So a lot of the big historical, hairstylists, it turns out they were a celebrity hairstylist, right? Because I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. Because who are people going to listen to? The one who does hair down the street? Are they going to get all their hair advice from them? Or are they going to go to the people who are styling the stars? Probably styling the stars. So it's important to note that Vidal Sassoon was one of the first celebrity stylists, if not the first. Depends on who you ask. Because there's apparently about 5 different first celebrity stylists, according to Google. But Vidal Sassoon was born in London. He's a little British boy. And he began working as an apprentice at 14 in London. So, during his apprenticeship, he was known as like really good. He was really good at what he did. And so, eventually, in 1954, he was like, yeah, they're right. I am good. I'm going to open my own salon. Now, when he opened his own salon, he already had a style. And it was very, very, very different than the typical 1950s style. Because you think 1950s, I mean, you know what you think with the 1950s hairstyles. So, he wanted women to be able to get out of the housewife. He didn't want everybody to have to do that because women were having to work in factories. So, women are starting to enter the workforce. You can't really look good with housewife hair because you just don't have the time for housewife hair if you're working. It was just fact. So he's like, let me create these new haircuts. They're going to be geometrically shaped, so they're more sharp. Think of like the 60s, right? The more like blunt styles. That's him. So he created these styles so that way women could go to work and still look good. So that's what he did. So I'm going to read off my slides a little bit now. So in 1965, he opened a branch of his own salons in New York. And that's when his fame just rose, was once he had the salon chain. And he was also one of the first hairstylists to create a line of products under his name. So that's pretty crazy. He really paved the way. He really did.